Hello, this is Mumucho, and now I'm going to share my point of views about female entrepreneurs. Whenever we look at the advertisement, for example, like household detergent powder or household cleaning products, you can always see that female actors are out in the role of taking care of the families and cleaning up the house and the stuff. And at the same time, like you can always see female in the as subordinate roles in the advertisement of secrets or like kind of alcoholic drink. They are standing next to the male CEO figures and supporting him, and even in the some kind of magazine aspirin, and then the CEO is sick, and then the female secretary offer him the medicine. And at the same time, that we could see that like kind of business such as like hospitals or kind of real estate, and you can always see the male actors taking the roles, and the females are always in the subordinate roles. So why it is like this? Why do people see that it as a normal? So like that is, I would say, the stereotyping. That stereotyping less in our lifelong product process. For example, you could see um, the dropout rate at the rural areas is higher in females comparing to the males. So the older people in the family say that why do we need to why do we need to teach the female to be an educated? After all, she will get married and then take care of the family. So educating is not very important. And why should we spend money for that? So that female tends to get dropped out, and then encourage them to take the responsibilities at home. And then and another thing is like in the workforce also, females are known to be like gossiping and doing unnecessary thing and to define themselves, and then like assisting the male supervisor or upper management levels in performing their tasks, because they women are always thought as uh, uh, less inclusive situation. So the glass ceiling effect is covering female from going up to the higher level. So why did let women accept this situation? Why they accept this as a normal? Because that of the stereotyping, and females are taught like you have the mother nature, and then you are going to assist the home and then support the family members, and you have to help your in Myanmar tradition also, the males are regarded as the leaders of the family, and female have to support them. So why it is like this? And many males are many bring breadwinners of the family, and female have to listen to them all the time. Why it is like this? So this is a stereotype, and that even females they don't realize that that is not their responsibilities, and that is not only their responsibilities, and they have to they do not get the idea that may also share these duties in taking care of their family. Okay, so at the same time, also we could notice that in the industrial or kind of organization, female are always maybe the highest level is like kind of um, the middle management level, but for the top management level, most of them are like males. Why it is like this? So I would say that the first thing is the tenant. For example, for the male, he will get up early in the morning, and then he get ready for his job, and then he go to job freshly. But at the same time, for the females, where is the difference? So the females, they need to take care of the family. Okay. So if they take care of the family, then they need to get up earlier than the males, and they need to prepare breakfast, clean the house, and do all the household chores, and make children ready for their schools, and later on they get ready for their work. So the energy level they got to the work is not the same. The female, they already use up their energy in maintaining the house and helping the family members. But at the same, in the meanwhile, the males, they are fresh, and they could see the things clearly and perfectly. The third person and a fresh person, so that who can learn better, who can make better decision. Of course, the fresh one. So these differences make the difference between male and female. But at the same time, we have to think of how can we help them. So the first one, and as an educator myself, I would say educating. But in that educating also, we need to educate both male and female, because in this world we have two different we have to cooperate each other, and as a family members we need to know the values of individuals, and we have to help one another. So that is educating. So we need to one will in the educating process also, I would like to say that we should educate females first. Why? Because we grew up in the world of stereotyping, and sometimes we do not realize that we have these biases, and then we accepted these subordinate roles as women's nature, and that is I'm a woman, and that is my duty, like that. So that is something not we should do. We should accept. So we have to make sure that females, they have to know their values, and they have to know their potential, and we need to help them. Which are the things that the areas of their strength, and also the areas of their weaknesses. Okay, and then another thing is we need to educate the males, because males are also important in they are also important in helping the female to reach their full potential. For example, as I mentioned in the example before, in the household, the females, they need to get up early and do the household jobs. At the same time, then the male get ready, and then they can go to their work fresh. So why not the male share the household responsibility with the female? And the female will not be that tired, and then they can have more time in developing themselves. And at the same time, then developing female is a very important factor in developing the nation. I would say that, because females, an educated mother bring a better family comparing to an uneducated one, because they will know how to guide their children to go in the better position, and they will know how to take care of the family members better. That's why. So that we have to educate the females if we want to develop our countries. This is a very important factor. So that uh, we could use various ways to educate. And as an individual myself, and I set up the workshop like 100-hour teachers program, and then I teach them English, and then I help them how to begin qualified teachers, so that they can do better in their work. And at the same time, then I would like to say that these responsibilities shows to that small communities, local communities. For example, when I was younger, I attended the workshop at Jefferson Center Mandalay, so that I developed myself. I see my potential. I see my values, and then I could set up my own organization. That is a very small one though. So, if women know that, and then if they could set up like this kind of organization, so that would be good. For example, we could make, for example, women, they might be interested in sewing, so we could set up like a designer and the sewing machine, and we could produce cloth for the people, and then we could sell and buy trade, and in that way then we can develop the females. And at the same time, we could develop people. We could develop females by uh, others job like selling traditional cuisines. But I I at the same time I think that like this kind of thing also quite very stereotype to the we women type of nature, like cooking sewing. So instead of those, what can we do? And then should we be limited to those areas, or should we go into for more important roles? So what should we do? And then I think that that is something that gap in my knowledge, because I am from my own small community, so I don't know a lot, and I don't know. I haven't learned much about this area. I know about teaching, and I know I can help female to become qualified teacher, but how to help them to become an entrepreneur as a female, instead of studying at the doing like sewing and cooking stuff, like in the constructing, or like studying their own company. What can we do? How can we help them? How can we find the finances to be able to help the women to set up it? How can we work together as a female organization? So these are the questions that come to my head when I'm thinking about that. So I think that those are the things that I could learn when I have got a chance to attend the seminar in Vietnam. And then another thing is like having equality in the life, in a family, in a workforce. We women, we have the body to give a child, and then, but for the males, they don't have to take the maternity leave, so that the women, they already got the drop-out points in their work areas as well. Like, if I'm a owner of the work, if I'm an owner, and then comparing to the male and female, and the female, they are likely to have the maternity leave, but for the male, so I would choose a male, but I don't like it. So how could we adapt that situation? So these are the questions to explore and then find the answers at the seminar, I guess. Thank you very much.